Hey guys, Don Grantham, and welcome to the page today. Today we're going to talk about taxes. Nobody likes to talk about that, but did you know that you could save $300 to $500 a month, $3,000 to $6,000 a year on the taxes you're paying now just by starting a home-based business, even if it didn't make a dime, if you just broke even? Well, that's the truth. I've got a video for that today, and then I've got one that if you did it kind of successful, a lot of money you could save. So between the two, I think you'll be able to see that having a home-based business is important, even with the job you've got now, even if you don't make any money. Anyway, check it out. Have a great day. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Taxes are keeping your pockets empty, and you may not even be conscious of it. In fact, do you know how much you're currently paying in taxes? Most people don't. Well, here's how you can get an idea. Think about your household budget. What are your biggest expenses when you sit down at your kitchen table to pay your bills every month? For most people, those biggest expenses are your housing costs, food, transportation, and health care. Each one of those is a large expense, and when you add them together, it makes up the vast majority of most people's budget. But guess what? Taxes are costing you more than your housing and your food, plus transportation and your health care, all combined. Taxes are costing you a fortune. In fact, by far the biggest expense for your household is actually taxes. That's why your pockets may always seem to be empty. The good news is that you can do something about that, though. The biggest of all tax breaks in America belong to those of us who run a home-based business. Why is that? Because the more home-based businesses in America, the more stable our economy. So to encourage the growth of home-based businesses, Congress has approved some huge tax deductions specifically and only for home-based business owners. How much can you save in taxes? Well, for the average employed American taxpayer, home-based business tax deductions alone, in most cases, can slash your taxes by 30%, 40%, even 50%. Yes, home business tax deductions alone can sometimes slash your total income tax bill in half. Congress made it easy to qualify for these big tax breaks. Congress said any taxpayer who runs a legitimate home-based business, either on a part-time or full-time basis, needs to meet only two requirements. The first one is to run your business on a regular and consistent basis. As little as 3 to 4 hours a week will qualify you. The second requirement is even easier. Have an intent to make a profit. Be trying to make a profit. You don't even have to be making a profit in order to qualify for the tax breaks. So just those two things, and what happens when you meet those two requirements? Just about any average taxpayer can qualify to put $3,500 to $6,000 extra cash in your pocket per year beginning this year. Where does that money come from? It comes in the form of new additional tax refunds. And the best news is you do not have to wait till April 15th to collect those new additional refunds. You can collect a portion of that new additional refund every month beginning this month. And the average increase in take-home pay is about $300 to $500 a month just in the tax savings. That's $300 to $500 extra cash in your pocket every single month. But only if you have a home-based business. Every taxpayer without a home-based business loses out on all these tax deductions, period. And that's the money just in the tax savings alone. That $300 to $500 a month does not even count the money you'll be making in the home-based business itself. That's an additional income. In fact, $300 to $500 new money each month is more than enough to pay for all the costs of running your home-based business. So what's that mean? It means that the money you earn in the home-based business itself is all pure profit. How's that? Because Uncle Sam will have already paid for your business operating costs for you. Until now, nobody's ever told you specifics about the huge tax breaks available only to home-based business owners. Until now, that hidden information has been costing you at least $3,500 a year every year in overpaid taxes. In fact, right now, not knowing about the home business tax breaks or not having a home-based business at all is costing you at least $5,000 this year. It's costing you at least $500 this month. It's costing you over $100 this week, and it's already cost you an extra $20 today. Now, when you join me in this business, I promise that America's #1 home business tax expert will show you exactly what new tax breaks you can qualify for. exactly how to qualify for each one of them, exactly how to collect part of your refunds every month, and exactly how to keep bulletproof records in less than 2 minutes a day. That's my promise to you. So our promise is that we guarantee that you will learn all of that, learn it quickly, learn it from the #1 tax guru himself when you choose to join us in this home-based business. Well, now you know the secret. The secret to getting Uncle Sam to actually pay you to run your own home-based business. For more information about special home business tax deductions, please visit homebusinesstaxsavings.com. homebusinesstaxsavings.com, but do not do that until after you've launched your own home-based business. Home business tax deductions do not apply to anyone without a home-based business. Join your home-based business today, then go to homebusinesstaxsavings.com and learn how to begin slashing your taxes beginning tomorrow.
Okay, now that you've seen how you can make basically $3,000 to $5,000, actually you're actually not making it, you're recovering, you're not going to pay it in taxes. That's money that'll be in your pocket by just starting a home-based business. Blake Mallon, the founder of ViSalus, is going to explain how if you're just a little bit successful, the giant amount of money it works out to be. So enjoy that. See you down the road.
Now, one of my favorite parts about starting a business promoting the Body by Vi Challenge is you're actually in business for yourself. And one of the huge advantages to being in business for yourself is the tax breaks that you're allowed to have. Now, I want to disclaim that I'm not an accountant, I'm not a CPA, but I've been in this industry for a little while, and I know this can be a huge asset if you know how to use it. In short, all of the expenses that you are going to spend in promoting your new ViSalus business, you want to make sure you document. Here are some categories of things you may be already spending money on that you're going to be able to use to promote your ViSalus business. Now, I recommend you go find a good accountant that understands home-based businesses, understands what we call a 1099, because that's the type of form you will get from ViSalus at the end of the year, and can guide you on how you can turn all of this into a money-saving opportunity for you. Here's a quick example, because when I got taught this at a young age, it totally shifted my paradigm on how I was able to earn income. You see, most individuals are employees, right? Most individuals get paid on what we call a W-2, right, or a W-4. Now, here's a simple example of how when you're an employee getting paid on a W-2 or W-4, you're actually the last one to get paid. You end up paying everybody else first, and you end up keeping what's left. What's a good income, say, in our country, of someone that would say, man, I'm making a decent income? Most people would say, if you're making $100,000 a year, that's a decent living, right? You're a six-figure-a-year earner. So let's say you're an employee right now, and you are making, right, $100,000 a year. Now, let me ask you this. If you've ever been an employee, you know the answer. By the time you get your paycheck, there are already a bunch of subtractions, right, on your paycheck stub. Those subtractions are what we call what? Taxes. Now, if you're in a $100,000 above income range, how much do you think, on average, you would pay in taxes? If you guessed 40%, you're about right. On average, you're paying about 40% in taxes. So let's say you're making $100,000. Instantly, before you even get it, you're paying $40,000 in taxes, so $100,000 really is only what? $60,000. Okay, so we're making $60,000 a year. Then what? Well, then we have what's called life, right? All of your expenses. Now, let me ask you, if you're making $100,000, which is really only $60,000 after taxes, how much do you think most households are spending? Well, if you guessed over 60, you're probably right, 65, 70 with what we call credit card debt. I know some of you guys can relate. Let's not go there. Let's say you're smart, right? You're focusing on saving. Let's say your household, if you brought in $60,000, you're only spending $55,000, which means at the end of that year, you have about $5,000 remaining. $5,000 out of your $100,000 is left. Maybe you go on a family vacation, right? Maybe you save it, maybe you invest it, but that's your $5,000. Now let's take the same income with the same expenses, but let's put it over here, but let's do it as a business owner, as a 1099, like you now are in promoting the challenge. So your income was what? $100,000. Okay? Now what happens? If you said taxes, you're right, but not yet. You see, here's the fun part. As a business owner, you're first able to deduct your business expenses and then get taxed on the remaining. So let's see how that works. $100,000, your expenses were $55,000, which leaves you $45,000 left that you're able to get taxed on. Now that $45,000 puts you in a lower tax bracket, which means on average you're only going to get taxed about $18,000, which leaves you remaining $27,000. Now look at the difference. $5,000, $27,000. Same income, same expenses, but the dollars are different. A dollar you make as an employee is actually less than a dollar you make as an entrepreneur. Now the argument here would be, well, maybe you can't write off all your expenses. That's up to you and your accountant. But let's say it's only $15,000 left. That's still 3 times the income. Once I learned that, guys, I swore I would never earn a dollar over here when it's not worth as much as a dollar over here. So congratulations for now taking that jump, becoming an entrepreneur, and promoting the challenge. And in short, make sure you're documenting your expenses, because I just showed you how you could make or save, a penny saved is a penny earned, before you even start generating income from the Visalis compensation plan.
Okay, so now that you can see the tax advantages of having a home-based business, regardless of how successful it is, maybe you'd like to know what it is to start a home-based business. Visalis is a great one. The Body by Vi Challenge is easy. There's no selling. There's no inventorying. It's just a matter of helping people change their lives. Anyway, check it out. You may not like it, but you might. One way or another, you can see now how a home-based business could change your financial picture starting right now. Contact me if I can help you. Once again, it's great talking to you. Bye-bye.